Retention risk starts with the seller, and that's appropriate. Early in a transition, the seller holds the relationships. Clients trust the advisor, not the logo on the statement. That's been built over years, often decades. So when a transition happens, clients are not evaluating the buyer independently. They're taking a signal from the selling advisor. That's why in well-structured deals, retention risks sits with the seller in the early phase. That's typically the first 18 to 24 months, can be longer. And that shows up in structure, transition-based payments, holdbacks tied to retained revenue or assets, performance-based components. This isn't punitive, it's alignment. The person who carries the outcome carries the risk. Risk should shift, and timing matters. Here's where good deals separate from average ones. The risk doesn't stay with the seller forever. It's a defined period, often 1 or 2 years. The expectation is clear. The buyer should have earned the client relationships. They should have built trust, established continuity, integrated the client experience. At that point, retention is no longer driven by the seller. It's driven by the buyer. So the risk shifts, and it should. Because if the buyer hasn't established those relationships by then, that's not a seller problem anymore. That's an execution issue on the buyer's side.